Hi, everyone. Welcome to LawTech Tips. I'm Adriana Linares.
And I'm Liz McCausland.
We are LawTech partners. I'm a legal technology consultant and trainer. Liz, what do you do?
I'm an attorney. I practice in Orlando, and I've practiced bankruptcy and mediations.
Yes, but you're also very tech savvy. So we work together helping lawyers use technology better. Well, cool. So what we wanted to do is just share a couple of good tech tips that we either get from our clients or practice ourselves when it comes to using our computers and technology better. So I had one I'm going to start with, which is I would like to encourage everyone to use multiple browsers. What do you think of that?
Why is that? I think it's important you tell them why.
I do. So I've been doing this for a long time, and now more than ever, because I have a couple of different things that I do. So I have LawTech Partners, which is our little company where lawyers call and hire us to help them use Clio better, Acrobat, Word, Excel. Okay, great. So we've got LawTech Partners work. But I also work for the San Diego County Bar Association as their technology and practice management advisor. And I work for NODA, which is a fintech, a bank built for lawyers, as a law practice advisor for them. So I have these three really different roles that I spend parts of my day working on. I don't want LawTech Partners tabs, research that I'm doing, stuff that I'm looking at mixed in with all of my San Diego stuff and then all of my NODA stuff. It gets confusing when you have hundreds of tabs open and it becomes just overwhelming. So a while ago, I started using just two different browsers, but they were more just work and personal. So I would use Firefox specifically and only for my personal stuff, shopping on Amazon, getting stuff from Shipped. My personal Gmail was in there. My Delta account would often be open because I was traveling a lot more. So I really started with two, which was Chrome for all my work stuff. And then I used to use Firefox for my personal. Do you use multiple browsers?
I do. And I'll tell you, one of the reasons I like it is because I can add different extensions. So on my personal one, I have the shopping ones to find, if I can get a better price, like Honey or Rakuten or whatever, And then for my business one, I have my Clio add-in. So you can add the different things and customize it to what you use that browser for.
Exactly. And on top of that, most browsers today are built on a platform called Chromium, which is a Google open source platform. But if you're using, for example, Microsoft Edge, okay, so let's talk for just a second about Edge, which replaced Internet Explorer on Windows machines. I've been using Edge specifically and only for all my San Diego work. So let's bring this back into why I have different browsers. So I started with a personal and a work. And then I started doing all this work for San Diego. And I had also, by the way, two separate Office 365 accounts. And I can't be logged into two Office 365 accounts on the same browser. So I opened up Edge and put all of my favorites, all of my bookmarks, everything I do for San Diego inside of Edge. Edge is built on Chromium, which means I can go to the Chrome store. So if there are extensions, like you mentioned, Liz, that you like for personal, well, if there's extensions that I find that work great when I'm doing LawTech Partner stuff, I can still get those extensions into Edge because it's built on Chromium. So I use Chrome for LawTech Partners work. I use Edge, and it's great because when I open up Edge and I'm concentrating on San Diego stuff, I'm not being distracted by email alerts from LawTech Partners, by other tabs that I might have had open over there. And I just started using another browser called Brave, Brave, for all my NODA work. And the last tip I'm going to give you is this about another good reason to use different browsers. Lizzie, do you happen to use a passive time tracker like Chrometa?
I don't. I've thought about it several times, but I don't actually use one, no.
Well, maybe this will encourage you to use one. So I have had Chrometa for a million years, and what it does is it sits there and it quietly watches everything I do. And then at the end of the day or whenever I want, I can go and see a list of what I have worked on and then tag that work, either to bill it or just so that I know how much time I'm spending on LawTech Partners, on San Diego, on NODA. when I do it with separate browsers, it's easy for me to say, okay, Chrome Edit, every time you see the Edge browser, that is San Diego work. Done. There's nothing else I do inside of the Edge browser. So take all that time I've spent in there working in Office, working in SharePoint, working on Canva, and that is going to be blocked for San Diego County bar work. Same with Chrome. Anything in Chrome is LawTech partners. And then I actually tell it to ignore Opera, which I replaced Firefox with Opera. I had a lot of trouble. Firefox kept freezing on me all the time. It was very strange.
Really?
Yeah. So I got rid of it and I switched to Opera, which is also built on Chromium. And I tell it to ignore anything I'm doing in Opera, because if I'm in Opera, I'm browsing for pleasure, for boredom, for shopping, and I don't need it even, I don't even need to see that activity. It's irrelevant. So that's my pitch for using different browsers.
Okay. Actually, you said something, and I'm not sure if you know this, because you said that I think these are built on Chromium. So, Google just released, I think it's called Chrome OS Flex.
Oh.
And it's an operating system, and really it's made so that you can put it on your old computer. So, you've got an old Windows computer that they've phased out the Windows, so it's not getting the security updates, et cetera. So if you have any of those and you still want to try to utilize them, they're kind of encouraging people to download this free Chrome OS Flex and breathe new life into that old computer that you have.
That's amazing. I have not heard of that. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. Chrome OS Flex is a fast, secure, cloud-first, easy to manage operating system for Macs and PCs.
Yes.
It's designed to refresh older devices, increase your performance for more efficient teaching and learning. Very cool. Well, that was because it specifically was on education, Google for Education, but looks like they've got Chrome OS Flex for PC or Mac. Oh, great tip. So look it up if that sounds like it's interesting.
And I'm actually going to switch my tip. I think I'm going to kind of echo a little bit about what you just talked about using the different web browsers by saying,
sorry about that. Look at that lighting difference. God, I was like, why am I getting washed out? Okay, back to you. You changed your tip, and we're going from.
I changed my tip to kind of, I guess, echo a little bit of yours, where you're talking about using different web browsers. I'm going to suggest using different emails.
Oh, great.
And I know this is something you do, Adriana,
for sure.
and you're going to laugh at when you hear one of my email addresses, but I have several different email addresses. One is a work address. One is my LawTech address.
Yep.
And that's going to automatically filter my different work personas. And then I've got a family and friends address. And that one also, I think my doctors get, like, important information comes into that address. And then I'm probably the last person on the earth who still has an AOL address. And literally, I had this when dial-up was around.
Yeah.
And that address is where I do all my shopping.
Coupons and everything. So
coupons go there, junk goes there, an unbelievable amount of stuff goes there, because you can unsubscribe all you want, but people are, if they still come to you. And you still have to shop, and you still have to have registrations at, places that you frequent. So they all get my AOL address.
No, I do the same with the Yahoo. For Michael's is probably a great example. I don't need to know that Michael's has a coupon that I can use until I'm standing inside Michael's and I want a coupon.
Right.
So in that case, what I do is open up Yahoo, do a search for Michael's, and pull up the coupon. So that's right. That's a great tip. I strongly believe in using different emails. And along that, or along those same lines, I use different apps on my phone for those different emails, kind of for the same reason I was talking about different browsers. If I want to go concentrate on LawTech Partners work, I go to the Outlook app on my iPhone. If I want to just look at my Gmail, my personal shopping Gmail, I use, I'll tell you which one, on the iPhone, Spike on my iPhone. I have one service, a little app, it's just called Email, which is where I put some of my ancillary emails. And then for San Diego, back to my San Diego work, I don't want LawTech Partners in San Diego getting mixed. My brain, sometimes I get confused if I'm like, wait, is that a San Diego attorney, or is that one of my private clients?
Right.
So I use actually the native mail app for San Diego work. It really helps you focus. I think some of us do have multiple roles, whether they're professional roles or they're just family roles and your business role. And I think it really can help you mentally to silo your seas of information.
I agree. And then also, I think it is a layer of protection,
Great point.
Phishing emails. If you get something at LawTech Partners from your bank, yet that LawTech Partners isn't bank there, you're going to know immediately that it is a fake email.
Oh, so true. That's such a great point. When I get an alert from American Express at my LawTech Partners email, like I have been an American Express card holder proudly since 2002, probably, who knows, but I have never given American Express my professional email address. So you're right. When I get a phishing email that says, oh, your American Express account has been hacked, click here to change your password, I immediately delete it because American Express has no idea. And I don't want them to know that that email address exists.
Yeah. It's just that added layer of protection. And like you said, it separates your brain, cuts down on mistakes. So I would highly suggest doing that. And I also do it even in my firm. So I've got, the service email, and things like that to further funnel my emails that come in.
Yep. Well, awesome. Okay, Liz, I think we've done a good job of just throwing out a couple of helpful, useful tips that we use in our own practices every day, and hope our viewers find this interesting and helpful. If y'all have any questions for us, please send us an email, training@lawtechpartners.com. We're happy to make videos helping you with any of your legal technology or practice management questions.
Thank you. Have a good one.